Hi, Riley Green.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great now that I'm chatting with you. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome.
Yeah, we're saying you're practically an honorary Canadian at this point.
Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks up here, but it was a really cool spot to start my tour up here. Little cold weather, but the crowds have all been great.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like they probably go crazy for you at the shows.
Well, Canada's always been really good to me. You know, my first single at country radio went #1 in Canada before the U.S., which
Wow.
I always like to bring up when I'm playing shows here. But the crowds have always been great, you know, and getting to play arenas here this year and having a lot of sold out shows up here, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, because you started in BC and then came to Saskatchewan and then here in Ontario, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and then hit up a Blue Jays game while you were here, so you're really getting the full
Yeah, we're
experience.
getting the experience this time. You know, the first time you go somewhere, I always kind of feel like we're so busy we don't get to go see anything or do anything. And this trip, we've had a lot more time to kind of venture out.
Yeah, you obviously get to have so many incredible life experiences with the career that you've had. When's the last time you thought to yourself, like, oh, like this is crazy that this is my life?
Just now,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we're doing interviews in Canada. It's cool for me because I grew up in a small town, and you know, when I started playing music, I kind of got a fan base in a small area, you know, and to be, you know, this far from home and have people singing songs that I wrote about the street I grew up on is a pretty crazy thing.
Yeah, the town you grew up on or that you grew up in is like very small, right? What's the population?
I don't
Like a
know.
couple
I mean, I
thousand?
know most of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have time
So
to name them, but I got a lot of cousins down there. You know, it's a small town vibe. The actual community I grew up in, there's like one flashing light, and all both sets of my grandparents live on the same street that I lived on. So it's nice to go back there because it kind of reminds me of where I get a lot of inspiration from to write songs, and life moves a little slower down there.
totally. Yeah, you said that your like grandparents all knew each other too growing up. Like everybody just
Yeah,
knows
like
each other.
when they were kids, they all four knew each other. It's
That's
kind of crazy. Yeah.
wild. I don't know how many people can say that for their grandparents. That's insane.
Yeah, I didn't. I think I didn't realize how unique that was until I got out in the world and met people, and they're like, you know, some of them don't even know their grandparents or had relationships with them. And I had all four of my grandparents in my life for the majority of my life, and like my granny uh, lived to be 93, and you know, she was around until I was in my late 20s. So I was really fortunate to have a lot of really great influences in my family, kind of right there.
Yeah, totally. With the success that you get as well, because you are such a big family man, what was kind of the first thing that you were able to spoil your family with? Or were you able to just, yeah, give back in that way?
Well, I'd like that, like I was the nicest person ever, but I didn't really buy my parents a house. I just built a house, and then my parents just moved in it.
Okay.
So I moved in the barn. So they're enjoying that. Yeah, my parents live in my house. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And then you have all the nieces and nephews too. You're probably
Yeah,
the
they
coolest uncle.
they run around on the farm and fish and send me pictures of them. You know, enjoying all the stuff that I don't get to enjoy when I'm on the road. But when I go home, it's nice because everybody's in that one place. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of grandparents, with your song, I Wish Grandpa's Never Died, did you expect that song to be as big as it did or resonate with people as much as it has?
No, no, and that was the first, I guess you would say, really big song that I wrote. Uh, and it's crazy because I knew it made me feel something when I wrote it, but I had no idea that would translate to anybody else. It was such a personal song, and that song taught me a lot about songwriting, honestly, because for a song to be that big, kind of on its own, and still, I mean, that was several years ago, and I wrote that song. It's still one of the biggest moments in my show. Kind of tells me that you know, I'm doing something right in the sense of writing about what I know and true stories and real life experiences I've had.
Yeah, it is cool to see the life of a song live so much longer than you might even think. That's
Yeah, I had no idea it'd still be around.
yeah. Do you think about that when it comes to like legacy or like what's gonna live on past you or anything like that, or is that not something you really think about?
I don't think I've got to that point yet. I'm just trying to survive the tour. It's such a cool way to make a living, and you know, I've always enjoyed songwriting. And there's some times about being on the road and being away from home that'll, you know, wear on you a little bit. But I've never gotten tired of writing country songs and playing country songs. So it's an in the moment kind of thing. You know, when you're there, you're really trying to take it all in and just appreciate the opportunity you got.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's good to know too if the music career doesn't work out, you can always work the front desk at a hotel.
It's true. I've got a special skill set.
Yeah, I did enjoy the video that you posted of you pretending the other day.
Yeah, I got a lot of buddies on the road. My buddy Eric Dillon, it's on this tour opening up. He seems to capture all of my goofiness and post it. Doesn't even tell me he's doing it, so I just
Really?
see it. I find out like everybody else.
Just read the comments. Do you ever read the comments of videos that are posted or just like your music
I try
videos?
not to,
Really?
honestly. Well, I mean, the last music video, I try not to read the comments.
I feel
Uh,
like anytime I would want an ego boost, I would read the comments of that video because the girls are thirsty.
yeah, yeah. I actually just always think about my mom reading the comments, and I know she does
Yeah.
because that's got to be entertaining for just hours on end.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. You're a restaurant owner as well.
Yeah, it sounds cool when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bar,
Yeah, it's a bar.
but they serve food, so it's kind of a
It
restaurant.
is a
Yeah,
restaurant.
come see us. I'm like in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm sure. And behind the bar and
Yeah,
working the weekend shift.
I do. I don't know how to do anything on the computer,
Mm.
but I can make drinks.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Are there challenges that come with that, or is it being in the position that you are just easy to be a part of?
It's extremely easy to be a part of. There's like people that are professional that actually run the restaurant and
Yeah.
bar. I just like show up and I'm probably just a nuisance when I'm there because they gotta like set me up a special place and uh you know it's honestly it's worth having a restaurant just to have free breakfast in the morning
Oh yeah,
because I don't pay for anything there.
incredible.
It's my favorite place.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. That's got to be nice for your fans too when you do show up there because they probably go there thinking like maybe I'll see Riley, and then they do.
Yeah, I'm there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always cool to see people that have really traveled a long way too to come to Nashville and they stop by my bar, you know. I always just thought it would be cool to have a bar called the Duck Blind.
Yeah.
So very fitting, I think.
Yeah, you did it. That's so sweet that you can cross that off the list.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't know that I'm going to go down that road too much more,
yeah,
but this is keeping me pretty busy out here.
you're not going to franchise
I
anything
don't
soon.
think so.
Yeah, that's fair. How's your corgi doing? How's Carl?
Carl, come here. He's not in here.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry about that.
why did I think he was actually here?
I don't know. You saw me come in.
I know.
It was like hide him around the
I
corner
was like,
until
is he
in the
outside of
perfect
the?
moment we'll bring him out.
Yeah.
No, he's good. He's running around my farm in Alabama, so he's great.
How is he handling his fame? Because he's got well over
Not
100,000
well.
followers.
Not well. Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows. We shot a little video the other day with him, and it was like 4 or 5 models, you know, like pretty girls petting him all day and everything. He's riding around in a limousine, and I showed up about the last hour, and he was like yapping at people and like barking at them. So he's a lot.
Yeah, the ego's getting a
He
little
knows
too
he's
big.
a star. Yeah,
Yeah, he is though. So you gotta feed into it at some point.
he definitely is.
He's a diva. You've talked too about how growing up, your sister Lindy was kind of the singer of the family. Have you ever had conversations with her about like getting her on a track or bringing her into the studio?
Uh, I had her sing with me at a couple of shows, like small club shows years ago. And I remember when we were at Red Rocks last year, I got her to sing because I'd written Don't Mind If I Do, and I didn't have a female vocal on it. So I got her to sing a little work tape of it before I got Ella on the recording. So that was cool to have, you know, but we haven't really gone down that road yet. Stylistically, we're very different. She's like a real singer, you know, and I'm just kind of like trick everybody into thinking I can sing. But we'll find some song that we both like. Her music was a little more rock and punk when I was growing up, so I don't know that I can write that kind of song. But we'll find something one day, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to see that. That's so sweet. Do you still do a duck call with every show?
You have to.
Every show.
Show doesn't start till the duck call.
That's incredible. I love that. That's a good tradition.
I was hoping you did it for the interview. That's how
Ah,
we're gonna start the interview.
shut up. You know what? I did Google them. They're kind of expensive.
I got one. Carl, bring that duck call.
Get out of here.
Sorry, Carl, come back.
That's so funny. How do you decide what songs to cover at a show? Because you do drop a few covers in your set list.
Yeah. Well, In Color is one of my favorite songs, so I played that one at every show for a long time. I've been saying for 10 years, for like 15 years. So, uh, Toby Keith, you know, you can never go wrong with Toby Keith. Should have been a Cowboy. We play that one a lot. Kind of just whatever I'm feeling. I think that's the nice thing about covers is you can kind of like make the show a little different
Hmm.
every night, which kind of keeps it interesting for us. You know, the band guys, we all play the same show every night. So it's nice to be able to get up there and play kind of whatever you want.
Totally. Are there any country artists that are harder to cover than others? Or
Yeah,
can you?
any of them that sing well are really tough for me to cover. Uh, yeah, I mean, like I love George Jones and old country like that, but I've never been able to do it quite like he does.
Right. Yeah. And then you had that hunting accident a couple months back.
See, that sounds so dramatic when you say it like that.
The restaurant owner was in a hunting accident. Um, how was that? Was that an easy fix? Were you
No,
in pain for a while?
it's wood.
It's all
Uh,
fake.
It was really not that bad.
No?
I was hunting in Ohio and I stepped on a nail. It snowed so I went to the hospital to get a shot,
Okay.
tetanus shot. But there was like an article that came out that said I was impaled,
Yeah.
which sounds awful, and it said I was hospitalized, which is very different than going to the hospital.
Right.
But I'm fine. So
That's good. Do you ever does that happen often or more often now that you'll see like headlines of yourself
yeah,
that you're like,
more
wow,
often
that is
than I
such an
would like.
exaggeration?
There's not many headlines for things that are like happen that are good. It's usually stuff like that. So yeah, I wake up every morning and get on the internet and find out what I've been doing.
Yeah. See what people are
Let them
saying.
tell me.
Yeah. That I got them. Cool. Amazing. Riley, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having
It
me.
was nice chatting with you. Bring your dog next time.
Okay.